Hey guys, I wanted to do another Catholicism contradicting itself video. This is Pope Benedict XVI, and he's addressing a Jewish audience. And he says here, every pious Jew sanctifies the Sabbath with the reading of the scriptures and reciting of the Psalms. He mentions the Sabbath again, and then he goes on to cite the Talmud. He quotes from it. This is in contradiction to the Council of Florence, which declared that the Catholic Church denounces all who after that time, referring to the advent of Christ, observe circumcision, the Sabbath, and other legal prescriptions as strangers of the faith of Christ and unable to share in eternal salvation unless they recoil at some time from these errors. And then he goes on to speak specifically about the Jews as being a group that cannot become participants in eternal life, but will depart into everlasting fire. So it's hypocritical to go in front of Jews and try to dialogue with them fraternally when you know that your own church damns them all to hell in no uncertain terms for the fact that they reject Jesus. And he's talking about the Sabbath. He's saying it's like a good thing that you guys are sanctifying the Sabbath in this way, when in reality his own church says that if you celebrate the Sabbath at this point in time, you're doing something evil that condemns you to hell. Also, you have the fact that he quoted from the Talmud, and this is interesting if you know about the Roman Catholic Church's history with the Jews, because a prior pope actually demanded that the Talmud was to be publicly burned by the King of France in a papal bull, where he says, indeed, in these traditions, which are called the Talmud in Hebrew, there are convoluted fables, erroneous abuses, outlandish absurdities, and so on and so forth. Therefore, we ask you to ensure that the aforementioned books of abuses condemned by the same doctors and generally all others with their commentaries that have been examined and condemned by them be ordered to be burned by fire throughout your entire kingdom, wherever they may be found. So Benedict XVI citing a book which one of his predecessors demanded to be publicly burned by the King of France. All right, that's all for that one. See you guys.